When you think of arcade games, what comes to your mind? Perhaps Donkey Kong? Maybe Space Invaders? Pac-Man? Or Tapper? I mean, sure, those are pretty well-known games everyone has played once. But there are a lot of obscure games no one remembers today, unless they played them or someone talked about those games. And today I want to talk about a game that is hard to get and no one really talks about. JOUST. JOUST is a pretty simple game launched on 1982 about giant birds with knights fighting each other. So today we'll be reviewing this arcade game. And we will be going through 1. Game modes, 2. Graphics, 3. Gameplay, 4. Extras, and finally the conclusion. So let's begin. Game modes. So there's just one game mode as expected. In this one you have 5 lives, and each time you get to a certain amount of points, you get an extra life, which is essential for the game. In this game you need to hit the others in their head to defeat them, and each time you defeat each one of them, the next wave begins. But every time you step on a competitor, they'll drop an egg, and if you don't grab that egg, it will transform into another enemy, that is usually faster. And there's not really much to talk about because I'll leave that for gameplay. So let's continue with graphics. So graphics now, I mean they are graphics. They are over 4 years old, they didn't age well. So anyways, next, gameplay. Well, I mean the gameplay does feel good, but it's sometimes hard to get flying fast. But everything else is amazing. Now let's talk about some mechanics. When you take too long, a pterodactyl will appear and chase you to encourage the player to finish fast. And also, as this was an arcade game, for the player to get nervous, maybe lose a life, and then he spend his money in playing more to continue the game. And sometimes there are these egg waves, which are like bonuses, but as I mentioned before, the eggs can turn into enemies, so you need to be fast. Moving on to extras. Well, you can play this game on the Midway Arcade Origins collection on Xbox 360, Xbox One, and PlayStation 3. Actually, JOUST had a sequel called JOUST 2. Also, right now, Warner Bros. Owns Midway, which includes JOUST. So if later in the future Warner Bros. Does a movie on it, let me surprise. Would you imagine? JOUST! The movie! I would probably watch that just for fun. So in conclusion, it is a simple game. It's an arcade game after all. But I think it has passed the test of time. As an arcade game, it does a good job. So I'll give it a 7 out of 10. Compared to the games we have right now, JOUST stays far behind, but still being its own thing to stand out. And hey, GameSpot agrees with me, but IGN went 1 point down. Well, I hope you enjoyed my review to JOUST, a forgotten yet good arcade game. Remember to like this video and subscribe to my channel. This is the Gamer Ghost, and I say it's always JOUST time.